Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to the channel. Today is the second video in my new series of Best on Quest 2, and today I'm looking at the 5 best cooperative gaming experiences. So let's get straight into it then, and remember, we're born to respawn. This is not a definite list, this is a list of what I believe to be the best cooperative experiences that I have played. There are some other games that may have made the list, but if I haven't played them, I can't recommend them to you. But saying that, I will quickly list some honourable mentions, so stay tuned to the end of the video to check them out. So, in reverse order and starting at number 5, we have Path of the Warrior. I reviewed this game way back in 2019 and absolutely loved it. The game is basically Streets of Rage in VR, and as a massive fan of that franchise, it brought back a torrent of memories. Me and my missus huddled around our Sega Mega Drive. I played as Axel, she played as Blaze, as we kicked and punched our way through waves of henchmen on the streets of Rage City. Path of the Warrior is a loving homage to the scrolling beat-em-up genre, lovingly brought into VR by the geniuses at Twisted Pixel. Add in the cooperative mode, which was introduced in 2020, and we have a sleeper co-op hit on our hands. The game is cross-buy on Oculus and is currently only $14.99 in the UK. At number 4, we have a free game on App Labs, and it is Pavlov Shack. Mainly seen as a multiplayer experience, Pavlov Shack also has a very brutal cooperative zombie wave survival mode, which is great fun with 3 mates. But the reason I'm so excited about the game is that with the update number 23, the game added custom map support. So if you've played on PC version of Pavlov, then you know what a massive deal this is. And for me, it means only one thing: Kino de Toten, Call of Duty Zombies on the Quest 2. It hasn't happened yet, but we wait with bated breath. In the meantime, you can get plenty of practice on the excellent Zombies mode, which is included in this free download from AppLab. Moving on to number 3 on the list, and it is Onward. Another game seen as a multiplayer experience, but also has an excellent cooperative PvE experience in its Hunt gameplay mode. This is where I have spent the bulk of my 300 hours on Onward, as I am addicted to hunting down those pesky Volk on elite difficulty with 128 enemies versus just your 4-man fire team. Kit yourself out with your favourite loadout. Mine is the Mark 16 with suppressor, 2x optics, 4-grip, laser, 5.7 pistol, body armour, and the all-important extra syringe. Cooperation, communication, skill, movement, cover, tactics, and a slight smattering of luck as you hunt down your prey, kill and try not to be killed. Still one of the most thrilling experiences in VR when you finally defeat that last soldier and see the victory screen. Onward is currently priced at $18.99 in the UK, and I cannot wait for the sequel, and apparently it's one of Mark Zuckerberg's favourite games. Second place goes to Zero Caliber Reloaded, and some of you may be surprised by this. When I reviewed the game on release, I didn't like it. As a massive fan of the PC VR original, I was hugely disappointed by the poor graphics, dumb AI, bad weapon skins, lack of enemies, and just the lacklustre feel of the game. However, Xreal Games stuck with their port of the PC original, and a couple of months after release, the game was back on form. Just about everything about the game had been massively improved: better graphics, weather effects, weapon skins, enemy AI, amount of enemies, muzzle flashes, bullet impact, everything really. Except the excellent PC's armoury, which still hasn't quite made it across. Play the campaign, team up with 3 buddies, crank the difficulty up to the max and just have a blast. This game is so much fun with friends. Laugh as they get mown down, securing that panic revive and grenade fails are all par for the course. Plus there are unlockables, and you know me, I like a nice unlockable. Zero Caliber Reloaded is currently available for $18.99 in the UK. Before I announce my number 1, I'd just like to give a shout out to my patrons. I love you all truly, madly and deeply. Plus, if you enjoy the madness that is back in VR, please smash that like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content. Thanks. Number 1 should be no surprise to anyone who has been keeping tabs on the channel, as it has become my new favourite game to live stream, and it is After the Fall from Vertigo Games. The zombie looter shooter with its Left 4 Dead and Destiny overtones has immediately jumped into my favourite co-op game slot. Gather 3 chums, crank the difficulty up and let loose on the snowbreed. Gather floppy disks and keycards to upgrade all your weapons. Pray to the gods of RN Jesus that one of the floppies will drop an essential upgrade or your favourite weapon, then rinse and repeat. Upgrade, rerun, and if our crew or anything go by, just laugh until your stomach hurts. I have a reliable source, and the word is that there are more maps, weapons and upgrades to drop during the game's roadmap, which is very exciting. If you buy the game on any Oculus platform, the game is cross-buy and the save game carries across both platforms, which is really handy. So whether you get this on Steam, Oculus PC VR, PSVR or the Quest 2 standalone version, you are guaranteed to have a great time. After the Fall is currently available for $29.99 in the UK. So we move on to my honourable mentions, games that I haven't played but are very well received by the VR community. Number 1 on our list is Star Trek Bridge Crew, which is actually a shock as I am a massive Star Trek geek. Take control of the bridge of the USS Aegis as you take the role of either the captain, tactical officer, engineer or the helm. Fend off Klingons on the starboard bow and other anomalies as you try to keep your ship safe and find a new home for your Vulcan allies. Number 2 is Demeo, the tabletop dungeon crawler, which I am completely unqualified to recommend, but many of my peers like Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis, Beardo Benjo and BMF hold this game in very high regard. So, what do you think? Do you agree with my top 5, or is there a glaring omission that you feel needs to be included? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side. Before I announce my number 1, I'd just like to give a shout out to all my patrons. I love you all truly, madly and deeply. Plus, if you enjoy the madness that is Macking Viarpius, before I announce my number 1, I just... Fucking hell, I've lost the plot.